Remember us, you tell me, sleeping in my bed. Never make love. 5 steps. April shower me with love. There's so much more to do.
What's going on, everybody? How many people I have in the chat? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Where everybody at? Where everybody at? I gotta get some folks. I gotta get the folks back in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna restart the countdown. Cause I don't know where everybody is. Ooh. Where is everybody? Where's everybody? Hey. I got Coretta, I got Miss Lady T. Where's everybody at? What's going on? It's 5:42. Where's everybody at? I need everybody to know that I'm live, yeah. Oh. Big shout out to Unc Jay Fleming. This is the best pre-birthday gift that I can have. I'm gonna go ahead and start it off like this, y'all. I'm gonna go back through it just like this. I'm not gonna use the timer no more. The time is off. And the time is off. Tell everybody I'm live on YouTube and Facebook. Let everybody know the king of the internet is live. But I have to let y'all know some things that tomorrow is my official birthday, but I got shot. If y'all don't see the title, I'm going to give y'all the backstory of it. It's a real touching story. Because you have to be there to live through it with these brothers. And this is a success. I want to give a shout out to brother Gary O. Odom. I know you don't know me and I don't know you, but you sent this to my sister and she gave it to me as a pre-birthday gift. I thank you. Gary O. Odom. Thank you so much. I'm very shook up about this. Very shook up. I'm very. Oh man, y'all don't understand. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the intro again, man. I don't know if I'm gonna make it through this, but I'm very shook up to see my brother is back. Oh man, my brother's back. A lot of people left him for dead. A lot of people said that he would never sing again. A lot of people said that he just lost it. And this is a success story. At one point, you know what? Let's do this intro. Let's do this intro before I go through it. Because I won't even do it. Let's do it. Let's go.
Remember us from tell me, sleeping in my bed, never make love, 5 steps, April shower me with love, there's so much more to do.
when and where I be. The cousin ruckus in the industry, making this so she can't sleep.
Anytime you want a girl, let me know. I won't ask why, just let it flow. Do your thing, baby, take control. On my knees, just say the word. No request is gonna go unheard. I'll take my time when I'm loving you. Foreplay and 1 won't get till 2. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me it ain't good enough. Tell me, baby.
Alright. Whew. If this how my birthday weekend gonna be, it's gonna be impactful. It's gonna be impactful. I was just chilling. Y'all know I was on my backup page and tripping with one of my homies that was here. Y'all seen how we playing around, we joking and all that. So, she left to go back to work, and I went to sleep. But my prayer for this year was unification. I needed, and I asked God, I said, I need all of my friends to come back and unify. And I asked this prayer 3 years ago. It started with Ruffins. David and Charlie, when they came back together, I said, okay, God, you're doing something. Now we got to put Baltimore back together. So David and Charlie, they were the, how can I put it? If anybody know about Baltimore, they were the soul of Baltimore. They were the nucleus of Baltimore. Drew Hill wasn't even Drew Hill then. They were 24 karat harmony. And all of us worked at the Fudgery. Everybody came together at the Fudgery. And people used to look up to them. At that time, 24 karat was like 900 people. It's like, I'm joking. I'm playing around. But when we would leave the Fudgery, we would go to this place called that we called the Tunnel. And not the club, but across the street where the acoustics was at. And that's where we will all just go and sing. Some people go home, but we that's where we would go and see who the real singers were. Because you can't camouflage there from other people's notes. So, you know, Drew Hill made it. They became legacy. And they was backup. They were backup singers for Donovan Green, another guy from Baltimore that was on Pop Stars. You know, they had the song, "You don't have to sleep, you don't have to shake your hands." Yeah, so Donovan Green, and then Drew Hill Blue. They took everybody by storm, and the industry. It's funny that I'm talking about the industry because as the unification is starting, to come back. The devil and the industry set out to destroy people. So what they did is, from the jump, they separated Dru Hill from their friends. They alienated Dru Hill from friends and family. But we was happy because they got to get on the road. We got to hear good music. More importantly, while people was listening for good music, folks that was with those brothers like myself, I just wanted to hear the harmony. And the reason why you wanted to hear the harmony, or people that can agree with me, is because you have Cisco from Northeast Baltimore. You have James Green from East Baltimore. You have Nokia from West Baltimore. And you have Jazz from all over Baltimore. Now, if anybody know about Baltimore, they know that East Baltimore and West Baltimore don't get along. We fight and shoot each other all day. So when you have 4 people from both sides of town to come together and put forth a group, it brings harmony to the city. And I think Baltimore have had more stars to come out of there than any other city. We done had more stars to come from any other city. There's no other city that originated actors, singers, musicians more than Baltimore, Maryland. So Dru Hill had that success. And the music industry started when they stole Dru Hill's publishing rights. When they stole the publishing rights. That's because they ain't know the business. Bad business deals. Okay. Chalk it up. So, you know how different things happen when people want to start picking. The same thing that's going on now on YouTube. How they trying to pick different people from the dream team away from me. Well, they did that with Dru Hill. They start picking with Cisco first. No, I'm sorry. They start picking with Nokia first. Oh, you know the business. You get the money. You do this. You do this. You control it. That. And when you from the city that we from, we never had that type of money before. We were hood kids. We might have seen it somewhere else, or we might have stuck you up and took it from you, or we might have just put you in one of them walls to get what you got. So then you get Cisco, who never wanted to be a solo artist, but blossomed as a solo artist. They gave him his drug of choice, which was marijuana. He got hooked on it. He had to detox when everything started falling apart. You had James Green, the church boy. He wasn't even supposed to be singing no, tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. That's why he came out with, girl, it's been so long since I held you in my arms. The song Angel. A hot joint. And April Showers. So you had the diversity. And then they started picking with Jazz. It got so bad that, you know, they were saying Jazz would never sing again. But they were saying Jazz was obese, which he was. They really wanted Jazz out of the industry. Because as long as you keep Jazz away from Dru Hill, as long as you As long as you keep Jazz away from Drew Hill, then Drew Hill will never be the same. So, what happened on yesterday, they kept it from me. Or 22 hours ago, they kept it from me. Because they knew that I would have spoiled it or I would have been there. And I didn't know that they was that close to Atlanta. I didn't know that they was in Florida. I would have went to Florida yesterday to see my brothers. That's how we do. They support me and I support them, but I didn't know that they were in Florida. So, 5 years it's been arguing and bickering. Well, more than that, but and everybody was saying Drew Hill will never be the same. We seen Drew Hill go through different group members. We seen Teo. How you doing, Georgia girl? And we seen Teo, which is another cool friend of mine. Love the guy. Can sing his head off. We seen Bruce Scola, which was supposed to be one of the original members of Drew Hill. But he had his own single out at the time. So they had to go with 4. We've seen... Who else? We've seen 2 members that you're going to see today. Smoking Black. Y'all know Smoking Black from Aaliyah. God rest our soul. They had one of the hottest songs out, Cheers to You. They played the background vocals on a lot of Aaliyah stuff. See how the industry is so small, but yet it's so big and so demonic? I'm just saying. They had one of their members pass away. In Static. And to this day, I'm going to be honest, I believe that they had Static killed. I believe that. But as Robert Kelly is getting ready to walk through fire and brimstone and beat this case, or win this case, should I say, or be acquitted from this case, you see other members in the music industry are coming together as a collective unit, and they're not using the industry no more. So after 5 years of me being on these brothers' phones and calling them and telling them that, you know, I would love to see y'all back together. What can I do? What can I do Hold on. What can I do to get the original Drew Hill back together? And I start saying this stuff for the longest. Bear with me because this tie into R. Kelly. So, my last conversation with Cisco was, if Drew Hill can do an album with anybody, who would it be? And they said, we would love to work with R. Kelly. And I said, well, Cisco, you know, you and R. Kelly had a little beef. He said, man, it's over with. I'm not beefing with nobody. This was 6 months before I came back in contact with Kills. And I asked Kills, I said, if I can get a group together. No, I'm sorry. I said, if I can get 3 groups together, in what order would they be, and who would you want to work with? He said, I always wanted to work with Drew Hill, and I always wanted to work with that soul group called Rough Ends. I said, I can make it happen. And he looked, he said, oh, you from the city? I know. Unfortunately, he got booked when I was in the process of making it happen, of a R. Kelly Drew Hill collaboration and a R. Kelly Rough Ends collaboration. So I sat back and I wondered about some things, and I said, Jazz, I asked Jazz recently, I said, what can I do to get you to come back to Drew Hill? And he looked at me and he said, it got to feel different. It got to be right. Now, you know how brothers get when the bickering get in between one another? When you know it's right, when you see emotions flare on stage. And I've never seen Cisco and Nokia act like this ever before. Now, mind you, I did shows with these brothers. To be exact, all of us came out of the Anthony Jeter show. I'll go in public and I'll say it. Without Anthony Jeter, you wouldn't have really had nobody coming out of Baltimore. So for years, Anthony Jeter produced every star that you ever seen come out of Baltimore. Whether it's acting, whether it's rapping, whether it's singing, whether it's playing. They all came through the Anthony Jeter show. Let's not make no mistakes about that. So if anybody else talking about, oh, we discovered Drew Hill, you're lying. It all came through Anthony Jeter. Oh no, we discovered Richard Burton, you're lying. We discovered Tony Curtis, you're lying. We discovered Dana J, you're lying. Everybody came through the Anthony Jeter show, where you had to sell 20 tickets and have his 20 ticket money at the door, then go in the little cold room in the back and get ready to perform. Hey, Coretta, hold on with your question. Oh, please hold on, Coretta. And get ready to perform. And when you hit that stage, you're going to have about 25 to 85 people out there, depending on who was on that ticket. Now, there's some other groups who outsung Drew Hill, who outsung me, who outsung Richard Burton. You have groups like what's the name of that group? With Hollywood in them. Oh my God, they were the monsters. Lawrence, Hollywood, and them. Oh my God, nobody could ever touch them guys. But I guess it wasn't that time. And they still can sing. And I still, anytime Lawrence and Hollywood and them open their mouth, I sit there in amazement like, oh man. Then you had Sons of Soul who were really good. And I'm going to be honest with you. If Trezon would have made it, they would have took everybody by storm. because they looked like Jodeci but sounded like Dru Hill. And then they had their own little sound. Like I say, and you got Haranas, one of the dopest female MCs in the DMV. She been on my show, but we're humble about it. So I'm gonna share with y'all the birthday gift that I got, right? That got me so shook up in my feelings. Then I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna answer questions, and I'm gonna break down some more stuff that y'all might want to hear because it includes Kels and a little bit of what he's going through. Okay? So let's do it like this. I'm gonna get struck for this, but guess what? It's worth it. It's my birthday. I don't mind taking a hit. Let's go. This is how I'm gonna do it. After 5 years, y'all, check this out. After they wrote him off, he's back. Watch this.
many out there in True Hill since the very beginning? If you guys have been following True Hill, we want to thank you so much for being with us through all of the many different group members. Sunday service, because there's one member, founding member of True Hill, that was with us from the very beginning. You got a shout out yesterday, Jacob, didn't you? Ladies and gentlemen, back for the first time in 5 years, give it up for one of the greatest singers on the planet, Dell!
This is back.
the church said.
Yo, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I know the seats were sold out, so I'm gonna give y'all some.
Hard to keep the show going after that, but what I need to do is I need to introduce y'all to the newest members of True Hill. Y'all see these two guys up here? They're from a multi-platinum group. Right now, give it up for Smoke and Black, a player. Well, the beautiful ladies in the audience tonight. Like 20-something years ago, and nobody in the group could sing the song. So I had to go to the city and sing the whole song by myself. So none of us sing along. But when I sing the song, straight up
Okay. Hold on, hold on.
I seen y'all comments as it was going up, and I wasn't ignoring y'all. I was just enjoying the moment. A lot of people don't understand that this is healing for my city. As my city is in turmoil, this is healing for my city. Just like when R. Kelly walked free, that's healing for Chicago. Well, Drew Hill coming back together, that's healing for Baltimore. I'm going to say this. And I know he's watching. But there's one piece of the puzzle that's missing. His name is James Green. He go by the name of Woody. Bro, if you hear me, I understand what happened from the beginning to the end. But the Drew Hill sound ain't complete without the original four. We need that Jodeci Boys the Men. We need that Jodeci Boys the Men sound together. And that's what you have in Drew Hill. Not taking nothing away from Player. Smoke Black, rest in peace, Static. But there comes a time when you have to complete the mission. Only thing I'm saying, Woody, James Green, the new persona of Droopy, think about it. Think about it. That's all I ask. Think about it. And I asked Jazz the same thing. And you see he's back. So I just asked for the ball to keep rolling. I asked for the ball to keep rolling. Because when y'all come together, that's when you're going to see everybody else starting to come back together. Ruffin started it. Now Drew Hill. Who knows? But I'm looking for a 4-1-0 reunion. I'm looking for a black male reunion. I'm looking for... I forgot Lawrence and them group name. I'm looking for their reunion. I'm definitely looking for a Sons of Soul reunion. And let's do what we all did. Come together and just have fun. Doing what we do best. Man. I miss the old days. Woody in good shape, in good spirits, looking good. Woody in the gym, lifting weights. So I'm just saying, Woody, if you can. One more again. It's cool to have other people there, but it ain't right. And one more again. And let's tour the world with Baltimore. There's enough groups, enough musicians to tour the world with Baltimore. You got Lil Mo. You got Drew Hill. You got Ruffins. You got Richard Burton. You got Tanya Blunt. You got Me to You. And so many more. Hell, I'm going to go here. You got Mario. I want to know your name, babe. I want to know if you got a man. We got Mario. So many. So many. That we have. And it's funny. Because I was actually at Mario's video shoot. Back when he was rugged Mario. Emerson Avenue Mario. Yeah. Not the pretty boy Mario now. That you see on Empire. Not that Mario. You got Genuine. Facts. Thank you, Coretta. Genuine. But you know, Coretta, y'all ladies ain't call him Genuine. The fellas called him Jizzle. Y'all called him Genuine. I refuse to call him that. I refuse to call him that. You got Prophet Jones. So we got enough people for everybody to come back together and just tour the world. And for it to be a sellout. The problem that everybody had coming out of Baltimore was egos. And the have we arrived moment yet. From myself on down. So hey. We can do the new rendition of the Baltimore Anthony Jeter show. And take it worldwide. I'm just saying. Oh, man. So, it thrives me to see that the groups are coming back together and excluding the industry out. Which means this right here. When I tell you I'm not new to this. I'm not new to this. Right, Coretta? Bismarck, he stayed more in Maryland than he did in New York. But I'm going to say this. I am not new to this industry stuff. A lot of people, this is their first stint, and they're groupies and they're fanatics. I've seen the lows and the highs. The lows and the highs. And somehow or another, my little black lazy tail self was in the midst of it all. Whether it be for talent, whether it be for relations, whether it be for what I knew, whether it be for my musical prowess. So when people say, oh, Dana, oh no, he's a fanatic. That's an ignorant term when it comes to me. Because I'm not a fan of nobody. And everybody be like, Dana not a fan. I'm not a fan of nobody. If I have a personal relationship with you, I cannot be a fan of yours. That means I can't hold you as a friend. That means I'm a fanatic. No. Now, who I am a fanatic of is Janet Jackson. And it's be nights that I be like, yo, if she pull me on that table and start gyrating on me, it's going to be a sex scene on stage. Because I'm going to turn to the Incredible Hulk and pop them braces. I am a fanatic of Janet Jackson. I was a fanatic of Michael Jackson. I was a fanatic of Prince. I was a fanatic of Jodeci until I got to meet them and then build relationship with them. Queen Bee, Devontae, and Jodeci is in the studio right now as we speak. So is Dave Hollister. Dave is back on track with Blackstreet in the studio here in Atlanta. Shout out to Blackstreet, man. I know they're going to do their thing. They just laying down vocals right now. So involving Kales, what you just seen. What? Hold on.
If you haven't claimed your $610 driver stimulus, then you need to see this. So Congress, they just announced.
Well, tonight in our ongoing series, Breaking Bond, a story that you're seeing first here on Fox, a criminal district court judge grants bond to a defendant charged with capital murder, even though he's on parole.
Fox 26's Randy Wallace continuing his series with this report.
35-year-old Dallas Chiquette is far from being the first capital murder defendant to be freed from jail by judges who love pushing the revolving courthouse door. But he's the first one we found to be on parole and still get bond for capital murder.
I can't even find the words to say, you know, how I feel about the justice system.
Wow. I'm going to back that up. And I'm going to leave that there. Because I'm going to get into that next. But, like I'm saying, the real singing era is coming back. One of my former managers is now the manager of Soul For Real. And they are back. One of my other former managers, I love her so much. She's the manager of Bobby V. So I'm wondering if Mr. going to come back. But look, like I say, that was one of the best birthday gifts I can have. Not because the group was singing, but because of the unity of Jazz coming back to be with the group. And like Nokio said, it feels different. They sound different. They sound like Drew Hill. Without that sound of Jazz. And then, if you add Woody on top of that, they back at originals. So let's just pray for Woody and everything. Let's just pray for Drew Hill and pray that they continue their success and positive movement going forward. Also, as far as with R. Kelly, I pray that everybody that supports Robert is really supporting Robert. It's great. You know what I'm saying? The great. And now I want to talk about this Kel situation. I said when I first did my 2 rallies, my prayer was to build. And I put it out there. I said, in order to be successful with it, you have to be original. So I was original with it. You seen people who wanted to be in front of the limelight, who wanted to be the forefront. You seen some people who just wanted to steal subscribers and cash apps. Then you seen the hidden people who linked up with those other people who said, you know what, I can do this. I can do this. And when the mandate was for me to do the rallies, I took it upon myself to not do any more because people thought it was easy. People thought it was great. People thought, people thought it was just something mega to do and you would be glorified. Until they got out there in front of that bullhorn and realized you're taking a chance of being spit on. You're taking a chance of being humiliated. You're taking a chance of all the negative things that happen to you. Now, I said the best thing that ever happened to one Pat Poose rally was the Boski and Trent. The best thing that ever happened to Sylvia and Just Jazz rally in New York was the Boski. I said that because I wasn't going. Now, right, you even taking a chance of being locked up or water holes. Now, listen to what I'm about to say to y'all. I asked this question 3 weeks ago. I said, everybody want to take chance in doing rallies. Right? Because they think it's something to be seen. Because they want to end up on a shade room. Or they want to end up somewhere being talked about. And I'm going to share this spotlight with the Boski. So if you take me, the Boski, and Trent out of everything, what do you have? Nothing. You don't have a voice. You don't have You don't have no creativeness, and you don't have a mission. You don't have a drive, and you don't have a point man. Now, I told you I was asleep. From what I heard, the rally today was trash. Once again. See what happens when you want to upstage the generals. The generals will fall back and let you upstage yourself. Now, nobody paid attention to what I said. And I haven't even seen the results from the rally today. Not yet. But I got 32 text messages saying, what a disaster. And I could have came on here. No. I feel sorry for the brother. I feel sorry for him. And I'm going to tell you why. Because he let the same people that pump him up to go to a city that he know nothing about and do a rally. When I agree with you, Urban Opinionated Podcast, that's where I'm about to go. Where everybody that was doing dumb stuff could have put their egos to the side, could apologize and genuinely meant it, and everybody could have came together as one. Mind you, I'll be in New York very soon, this week coming. This is my birthday week. But this is what people don't understand. I was the first to say I'm going to do a rally August the 6th, 7th, and 8th. And then he come out. Oh, no, I'm going to do a rally. I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm going to back up. I'm going to let you do your thing. The problem is, it's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. And the chiefs that's trying to run the asylum don't have a clue what the asylum is about. Now, I said this, hoping that people would get it. Why would you run and do a rally in a city that you know nothing about, but you never did a rally in your own city? Point. Urban Opinionated Podcast said that's been my point, but it seems people are more about who they want to follow and get the most credit. You know what? Excuse me. This is my first time seeing you over here, Urban Opinionated Podcast. Honestly. But you have said the most powerful thing today. So there's two people that said powerful things in 2 days. And they new to this side. I mean to this channel. The problem is this. Let's not follow one another. It's Ira. Okay, cool, Ira. Okay. Let's not follow one another. If we're going to do something right, let's do a collective. Now think about it. You got the Enterprise. You got Dream Team. Even you got YTF doing what they do. But everybody's stomping as a collective unit. Don't you think that would be more productive than pockets? Which goes to show who's in it for what. Ain't none of this glitz and glamour. None of it. And I can easily come out and be like, oh no, I can't believe they did that. I was the first to do that. It don't matter. Because even though I laid the blueprint, I'm glad that somebody else picked it up and ran with it. Now, I take good out of everybody's life. I got to catch TBD live yesterday. Me and her don't get along. But what she did, it was kind of sketchy. What up, Zay? It was kind of sketchy. And it was riding that line, that thin line, that very, 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 very thin line. Because they could have easily said R. Kelly had her up there tampering with the public of potential jurors. They could have easily said that. I ain't checked Pacer today neither. But she rode that line. And the responses from people that have been media mind screwed had me sit back and say, wow. So they had to have been running Hate R. Kelly campaign in New York. Because what I'm seeing and what I'm listening to didn't add up to the person that I know. So when I'm hearing people say he's a pedophile, he did, and I'm saying, like, that's not the person I know. Even here in Georgia, a couple people came to visit and they said, Dana, can I ask you a question without you being offended? I said, sure. They said, why do you got a plate with R. Kelly on it? I said, because he's innocent and he didn't do it. And they stopped and said, but the media said, I said, but the media lied. And then they asked for, okay, Dana, explain. And by the time I get explaining, while I'm explaining, I'm inching over to the computer and I'm showing different stuff. This was the sex tape. But then here's R. Kelly picture. Here's Damon Pryor. Here's R. Kelly at that time. Here's Damon Pryor at that time. R. Kelly ain't have braids at that time. Damon Pryor did. The sex tape. Who do it look like? And by the time I finish surgically showing them the truth, they like, oh my God, what have I done? Yeah. And because the media is not allowing nobody to surgically truthinize the people about Robert Sylvester Kelly, they want y'all to think that he's a monster. Is it ironic that the week of his trial, they run in Surviving R. Kelly? Make it make sense. Is it ironic starting Thursday, next Thursday, or Thursday coming, they run in the BBC 4 times a day? And then the court think people stupid. Oh no, you can't watch TV, you can't do it. Really? Really? You really think these folks ain't gonna watch TV? You really think these folks don't know about R. Kelly? But there's a statute in the Constitution that goes against this. Whereas that Robert can sue the media. Robert can sue the media. Now, I might get some things going on, and I might get blackballed again. But Coretta put it in the chat. What about Quincy Jones sleeping with boys like Tevin Campbell? Oh, I'm sorry. What about Tommy Mottola sleeping with little boys like Justin Bieber? Oh, I'm sorry. What about Clive Davis having Whitney killed and then having Bobby Christina killed? And also being a gatekeeper for the music industry. And then having something to do with DMX passing. Let's go there. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. And while we're on this subject, it leads me into one of my talks. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this, and 5 minutes later, I'm going to, not even 5 minutes, about a minute later, I'm going to come back because I'm going to change the titles. And I'm going to come back and we're going to have the straight gay conversation. And then after the straight gay conversation, I'm going to call Big On and see if he can come on and we can jump in a man cave on this Friday. Because the next conversation that I want to have after the straight gay conversation is this right here. How is it possible for a man and a female to be in a relationship and one get rid of the other's baby, but then want to still be friends and have a baby by somebody else? So we got two powerful joints coming up. It's time to heal some people. That's what we're going to do over here. And then for the third point, I've been waiting for this. Who is Barry Hankerson? Who is Barry Hankerson? That's the third topic. So we on a roll today. So check this out. Thank y'all for joining me here. I'll be back in less than a minute. We going live with the straight gay conversation. Dana J. out. Peace.
Say you love it, what you gonna do now? Hope you're ready, 'cause I'm really about to